3 years ago when we started the program, we realized that the universities have a role to play in taking care of veterans. We decided that we would want to fulfill that role in providing services to our veterans. We realized that there was a large numbers of veterans that were returning from the war that did have a need for an educational degree going back to school.
Whenever I got out of Camp Lejeune, whenever I got discharged, I actually had 2 weeks before school started. Me and a buddy of mine moved from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina to Daytona Beach, Florida to go to a photography school down there, which you know, became pretty difficult for us. My dad was in Vietnam, 2 tours of duty. I mean, he never really had a whole lot to say, but when he said it, it was don't quit. And that stuck with me. My mom just happened to, on her own, see you know, an article somewhere about the Center for America's Veterans. So she gave Andrew Rendon a call.
We were about a week into this thing, and I get a call from a mom and saying, hey, I've got a son that's in Florida. He's kind of spinning his wheels right now and needs to get back into school. And I saw your article, your press release, and maybe you can help him.
And he told me about the center and what it offered and wanted me to think about, you know, coming to Mississippi State. And 3 weeks later, I was on Mississippi State campus.
He came here to Mississippi State. He was a veteran student worker for us, and then eventually he graduated, got his degree about 1.5 years ago now, and went into graduate school, and he's about to graduate in May.
I'm the first one out of my family to get a 4-year degree, and I'll be the first one to get a master's degree. And that means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my family. Going to school without this kind of environment, I've seen both sides of the fence, the bad side and the good. And when I tasted the good here, it was that's all I had to do, and they had me. And I know for a fact, and I know without a shadow of a doubt, that it made my life a lot better, and it allowed me to accomplish the things a lot easier. You know, everybody was willing to help Frank, and that's what happened. They realize what you've done in the military, and they're wanting to contribute what they can to you for that service. And it's just amazing, an amazing environment.
We're sensitive to the needs of our service members, both active duty, reserve, and guard, and we're sensitive to the needs of our dependents of veterans. You'll hear me say a lot that dependents sometimes are more affected than our veterans are.
His name was Troy Lee Wildman, and he was a Command Sergeant Major in the Army National Guard. He's pretty much been in the military ever since I can remember, ever since I was born. I mean, him and my mom got married. He's been in it forever. It's just kind of something that we've always known. I went here a semester before my dad passed away, and then I withdrew from school. He died actually the day before school started here, my second semester. So I pulled out and went home and stayed with my mom. When people go, I mean, you always think that it could happen, but you really don't ever think that it could happen to you. So, I mean, when it does happen, you just kind of, I mean, it's sudden, but it's expected. It's kind of always in the back of your mind. So, I mean, you just have to, you know, just take it and deal with it and just keep going. He would have wanted me to go to school. He would have wanted me to finish. That's, you know, what they worked for. They wanted me and Deanna to both, that's my sister, to both, you know, go to school, get an education and everything. So he would have most definitely been disappointed if I didn't go back. It's kind of hard coming back after something like that. So they make it a lot easier, and they're always there, not just with VA benefits, but finding you housing and finding you jobs. And they helped me out a lot financially, giving me the work-study job at the VA.
Center for American Veterans, this is Brittany. How can I help you?
When I came back and got the job over there, plus I was receiving the benefits, I didn't have to work anymore. That was my only job, and they're really good about working around your schedule. So it did make it a lot easier for me to finish my BS in Biological Sciences. You can really go and talk to them. I got to know them really, really well, even before I worked there. So they're there for just, you know, emotional support, somebody to talk to, plus financially, they most definitely help make it possible through the benefits and the work study. So it's hard to get back in it and get going. And when I graduated, I most definitely felt like, you know, that I'd overcome a good bit to get that degree.
The first question we asked was, if we're going to have a program here for veterans, is Mississippi State University veteran friendly? I looked at all the different attributes of this university. A robust ROTC program, both Army, Air Force, robust military, veteran-friendly academic policies in terms of withdrawing based on a deployment or different things associated with veterans. We've got, of course, the legacy of Sonny Montgomery here that drives a lot of the train in terms of being more military veteran-friendly. We've got a great military veteran-friendly community that encourages the university to continue to think about the needs of our veterans. So there's a laundry list of things that continue to define us as military veteran-friendly. Those are some of them. We're going to continue to improve upon that, but that helps start to define, your military veteran-friendly university.